I wish that I didn't have to talk about this anymore, about drug addiction and the heroin epidemic that's going on in this country. I wish I didn't have to talk about that. But I have to, because it's a reality of today, unfortunately. It is. As you know, I used to be a drug addict. I don't think I've ever overdosed. I know how I've came close to it, but I've never done that before. And back in during the day when I used drugs, I don't know whether you would call that moral fiber or thinking about your fellow man or whatever. But we just didn't want to sit around and kill people just to make a dollar. We just didn't want to do that. We wanted to, yes, of course, always make money, but to kill people to do it, no. These guys today that are out here making this money, they don't care who they kill anytime you use fentanyl in your drugs. I ain't never heard of somebody buying a $10 bag and dying off of it. Never have heard of that. But today, because they use these different disastrous things to pep up their product and make people buy it more, it's crazy. Now in Ohio, they're speaking about not even responding to OD calls. If they have revived you once, then you on your own. Like I said before, I used to be an addict. I understand that premise. I do. I really do. Because, and I'm going to step back into the shoes of an addict. We are adults. We are making up our own mind to put that in our bodies. We are doing that ourselves. So if you OD one time and they bring you back, why would you want to use that same drug and OD again? But see, there are all different kinds of addicts. There's the addict who gets high maybe once or twice a week. There's the addict who lives in their addiction. And there's the addict who loves the high, who loves to pull that blood out of their arms and put it back. I've seen them sitting there already high and still doing that because they love the idea of that. I mean, I done know some strange ones in my day. I've known some strange ones in my day. I had one friend, and I'm not going to call his name. He went all the way to the poppy fields of Mexico, all the way there, so he could get a better high. I was perfectly satisfied with the one I was getting. I've always been scared. I guess that's why I'm still alive today. I've never been one of those kind of people who go to the highest mountain and fall or jump just to see what the feeling is going to be on my way down. No, never been one of them. Mm-mm. But I do believe, and I know this is going to be a terrible thing for a Christian to say, but I do believe that we got to do something. And if not responding to a 911 call is what has to happen, then that has to happen. Look at her. Then that has to happen. I mean, come on now, people. We are only human, and the people who have to deal with us, I say I'm stepping back into a drug addict's shoes, those people who have to deal with us, they're human too. And when it comes to the point where all the money that's allotted for a county or city or state is being used just to keep on reviving drug addicts, I get what they're saying. I get it. I understand what they're trying to say. But it has to stop. I was on that stuff for 30 years. How I never OD'd, I never know. But like I said, it was fear, I believe, that kept me from ODing. Total fear. Every time I did it, I was scared. Every time. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy that rush that came over me after I put it in my arm, but I was in total fear. Total. But those people who take fear out of the game and all they do is enjoy, those people, like I said, who go to the mountaintop and want the effect of jumping. I never was that kind of person. Mm-mm. Still not that today. But I just wanted you to know that an addict to an addict, you keep crying wolf, and the silence is going to be so loud, you're going to kill yourself. That's right, because that's what it's going to amount to. If they done revived you once and you call or somebody call, they ain't going to respond to you. So you killed yourself. Think about that. We almost killing ourselves each time we use. We taking our lives in our hands. Each time we draw up that needle and put that drug into our arm. So I believe this. If we got the right to do it to ourselves, then we got the right to die. You're asking to die. And the EMTs not responding. A lot of you gonna die. All the humanity of life. But you're choosing to make them go silent. I'm so glad I don't use today. It's been over 20 years since I've used anything. And I am glad. But I am terrified at what the addict is doing to themselves. They are making people turn off the humane switch. That's right. There's not going to be any moral fiber thinking, wishing I could help you if you'd only help yourself. Because if you keep on using that stuff, you're not trying to help yourself. You're not. I was the same way. I might not have been one of the ones that jumped off the mountaintop, but I used for 30 years. And I'm so glad I'm still alive today. So, as I watch Ashley Banfield's show on HLN, it's a terrible thing, but I have to agree. I have to agree. You put it in your arm, you must want to die. You must want to die. Thank you. From Pat the Poet. Thank you.